Have you ever noticed that we spend hours perfecting a layout, choosing the right typeface, adjusting spacing, tweaking images, making sure every page feels just right, only to export it as just a regular PDF? And that's it. The first thing your client sees is a generic PDF viewer inside Chrome, no branding, no interaction, no idea whether they even open it. As designers, we obsess over presentation, so why should that attention to detail stop the moment we hit the export button? Today's video is sponsored by Flipbook, and I thought this was actually a really interesting fit for the channel because it isn't another design tool. Instead, it's something you use after you finish designing. Think of it as extending your design thinking one step beyond the export button. So today I'm going to show you guys how I can take this InDesign magazine and turn it into a much more polished experience that I would confidently send to a client, as well as some of the really annoying problems it solves as opposed to just sending a simple PDF. So here's the finished document. Everything was designed completely inside InDesign, typography, images, paragraph styles, everything. Normally, I just export this as an interactive PDF, attach it to an email, and call it a day. Instead, I'm going to upload that exact same PDF into Flipbook. That's one thing I like right away. It isn't asking me to redesign anything. It isn't replacing InDesign. It starts where InDesign ends. Wait a few moments and it's published online. Now let's compare the experience. Here's the original PDF and here's the Flipbook version. Same document, same layout, same typography, but immediately it feels different. Instead of opening inside a generic PDF viewer, it feels much more like reading a modern online publication. You can flip through pages, zoom, view it in full screen, and it works just as well on mobile. It's still my design, it's just being presented in a much nicer way. Now, one of the biggest advantages is that you're no longer limited to what a PDF can do. For example, I can add videos directly onto a page. In order to get interactivity into our Flipbook, here's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna go into flipbook.com, and here where it's your homepage, you're gonna go and click customize. It's gonna bring up this, and you can change stuff like your skin, like if I want this to be a black stone, black carbon, whatever it is. But we want to actually go all the way down to here where it says add videos, links, etc. So I'm gonna go ahead and just click on that. It'll bring you into a brand new editor that'll splay out every single page that we have. 4 things I'm going to show you guys that is my personal favorite for interactivity. Number 1 is adding a GIF. So here I have a empty page. I can go ahead and go down to click animated GIF. And this is where you can go ahead and simply drag and drop a GIF that you have been using. So here I'm going to upload the GIF of the one that we made it a couple of videos ago. And I'm just going to drag it out a little bit. I'm going to put all these features in first, and I'll show you guys what they all look like after. So autoplay and loop animation should both be on the right side in order for this to continuously play like a GIF really should be doing. The next feature that is really useful and easy to implement is a link. So here on the left, if you go and drag out this link box, and I want this to basically connect to iyhstudio.com. So I'm gonna go ahead and just type iyhstudio.com on the right side there. And then you're gonna see it in a little bit. We're gonna be able to just simply click into this and go onto the website. The third thing I wanna show you guys is making an image a little bit bigger. So I have 2 thumbnails on this page and they're pretty small. So what we're gonna do is click pop up images. Now I'm going to upload that image on the top over here. And what it's gonna do is it's going to give me another thumbnail for this. I'm just gonna drag it right over the other one a little bit. And what it's gonna allow me to do is make the image bigger when somebody clicks on it. The last thing I wanna show you guys is adding a video. So here, I want to add a video for this tutorial in particular so that it starts playing when people navigate to this page. So I left the space on it for my layout, but what I'm going to do is click video. And if I go ahead and paste in the link of my video and just drag it out to a size that I think makes sense. Now you have the chance to make this into an autoplay by clicking this. I'm not going to do that, but if you do that, as soon as somebody flips onto the page, it'll start playing. So here I'm going to go ahead and just click finish on the left, and it's going to save all of these interactive features. So now if we preview everything from the beginning, if I flip the one page, you can see that the GIF is loading on the left and it's running on full loop. On the right, if you remember, we have a link right here. So if I go ahead and click on that, you can see that it's going to bring us straight into the website. And then the next page, we have one image on the top that has a little icon on it. So if we click on this, it's actually going to bring up a bigger image that people can look in more detail. And on the right, of course, we have our video. So if I click play, it's going to play the video, and we can also make it full screen. So those are some of the really cool interactive features that you can add super simply into a magazine to elevate it into the next level. And sharing is also super simple. Instead of sending a heavy attachment that you need to compress or sending a WeTransfer link that expires, you can simply go up to Share Flipping Book and share this link with your customers or clients. This will always stay the same. And because all this happens after exporting, I don't need to go back into InDesign every single time I want to enhance the experience. This next feature is probably my favorite. Imagine you've already sent your portfolio to 20 different clients or job prospects. Then you notice a typo. Normally, you're exporting another PDF, renaming it, sending another email, and hoping people open the newest version. With Flipping Book, I can simply replace that PDF. The link stays exactly the same. Anyone who opens it automatically sees the updated version. That alone could save a lot of headache. So if I click into one of the layouts on the right, you're going to find a replace PDF feature. Now it's going to tell you that the link is going to stay the same. For example, if in InDesign, I want to change the background image from this to something like this. After I'm ready to just go ahead and re-upload this, I can do the same export. Now, if I go onto the website and select a new PDF, go ahead and re-upload the PDF. You can see that after it processes it, it's going to refresh the entire publication, but with your new image. So here it is in full screen, and you can see that the image has completely updated while maintaining the link as exactly the same. One other feature that is really cool is if you go up to customize, you can actually add a table of contents right over here. So if I check this on, I can add certain headings in the actual magazine itself to direct people to certain parts of the magazine. After you click OK, it will show up on the bottom here as a little tab. And if you click on it, you can simply go to any of these pages, and it just makes things a lot easier to access in your online publication. Another thing that's impossible with a normal PDF is knowing what actually happens after you sent it. Did they open it? How long did they spend reading it? Which page got the most attention? Flipping Book gives you that information through its analytics dashboard. If you're sending portfolios, if you're sending proposals, marketing brochures, or presentations, these insights can actually be really, really useful. So in order to access your analytics, it's the same thing. All we have to do is click on View Stats to the right. So it's going to show you how many views, how many different visitors, downloads, shares, prints, logo clicks, CTA clicks. And it's going to show you how much time each person spent on each one of these pages, what device, where does the traffic come from, etc., etc. So super useful when you want to understand who's actually watching it and when. Now, if you have multiple documents, maybe a portfolio, a brochure, a catalog, or several client presentations, you can organize everything into a digital bookshelf. So instead of sending 5 different links, everything lives in one place. In order to actually go into your bookshelf, all you have to do is come up to the top beside Flipbook and go into Bookshelf. Now you can have many different bookshelves. Right now I only have one, but what you can do is actually add a bunch of Flipbooks. So let's add both of the other ones. And you can see they're gonna populate right on your bookshelf. So after you added all the different magazines into your bookshelf, you can actually also customize. So things like making your Flipbook cover large or small. And then you can go ahead and just share the entire bookshelf. Now, if anybody wants to actually take a look at any one of these, you can go ahead and just click on it. It's gonna bring itself up in a new tab, and you can see that all of the different edits that we did is still here, and they can go ahead and just read this publication. You can also customize the experience with your own logo, brand colors, and even a custom domain. I usually like to do this with the actual magazine itself. So for example, if I want to upload my own logo, go ahead and add something like this. It's going to show up on the bottom right. Do you guys see that? So if I actually go and make this into a full screen, you can see that on the bottom right, it has my own logo. You can customize all these different things like background image, your color palette, as well as a call to action button even. So if I check this on and put it onto outwiredstudio.com and click this contact us, it'll basically direct you straight onto the website. Again, small details, but as designers, those details really matter. So if this document is something that's client-facing, a portfolio, a proposal, a presentation, magazine, or even a company brochure, I think this is where Flipping Book makes a lot of sense. It helps present your work in a way that feels much more intentional. For me, the biggest takeaway is that Flipping Book is one extra step to make the final presentation feel a lot more polished. If you'd like to try it yourself, Flipping Book is offering a free 2-week trial through the link in the description below. Thanks again to Flipping Book for sponsoring today's video. And as always, if you guys have learned anything new, please don't hesitate to leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.